Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my entire portfolio. Every single Monday, I log on here and do this because I get a lot of questions from you guys about the positions I'm in, about the positions I'm taking. So I have my entire portfolio loaded up right here. What I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be going over the charts, showing you guys what's happening, telling you my analysis, sharing the information, and just going over charts and signals. So with that being said, I will be engaging here with the chat. Hope everybody had a great weekend here. I see John in the chat. I see Atali in the chat. Jeff's in the chat. What's going on, brother? Hope you guys are doing well. We'll start here. I want to talk about Bitcoin real quick before we jump into the portfolio, just because this did confirm the green dot last week. So this is confirming the same one that we got here in March. So we've been saying that the bottom is in here since February. Okay, we got that wick down in February, and then we've just been kind of ranging. So I think we can all agree right now that we are in this consolidation phase, which is a very, very good time to be buying assets, right? They actually call this the smart money phase, when stuff is just going sideways like this, right? We're not exploding to the upside. We're not going down. We're just kind of ranging, and it's really boring. Like, you guys can see how crypto chat has died in the Discord and people are just losing interest. That's because we're not doing this anymore, right? We're not going up and away. This is when everyone's excited. But during this time, they call this the stealth phase for the reason, guys, because things are boring, right? There's no movement, right? We're just up and down, up and down, up and down. But again, if you want to invest with the smart money, this is the best time to be buying assets, right? Is when things are not exciting. Warren Buffett says, buy the fear, sell the greed. He doesn't say buy when everyone's excited and everyone's, right, having a good time. Everyone's just super bullish, right? Which was back here when Bitcoin was 125. We got our sell signals up here and we sold off. Bitcoin's pulled back 50%. It's too late to be a bear now, in my opinion. I believe the bottom is in. Okay, I believe it has been in since February, and it has been. I mean, we're sitting right there. We wicked below it, but then, right, buyers stepped in and pushed it right back up. So very bullish for Bitcoin, very bullish for altcoins, obviously. We got signals on Ethereum, too. We'll get to Ethereum's chart here, but Ethereum's looking very, very good here. So let's go ahead and dive into the portfolio. What's going on, Dieter? My brother, Design, what's going on? I'll take some chart requests throughout the video. Again, Mondays are strictly for my portfolio. It's honestly my least favorite day because I just talk about the names I'm holding, but I know a lot of you guys are probably holding these. I did take a couple trades today over here in the Discord. I think I just took one, actually. I took one over the weekend on INJ. That's Injective, the cryptocurrency. And then I took one today on Tesla, but it's the Tesla short ETF. So I'm shorting Tesla right now, and I'll talk about that here today as well. I do call my trades out over there in the Overkill trade section of the Discord there. And when we got time at the end, guys, I'll take some chart requests. If we can get this video to 200 likes, I'll give away 200 XRP before we sign off here. So the first one's NAVX. So I took a position on this, I think, a couple weeks ago. This is a protocol that's built on SUI. This is just the biggest winner in my portfolio today. This is one of those low cap plays that I think could play out very, very well in this up-and-coming bull run. It's a lending protocol on SUI. So it's a micro cap. Like, it's literally like let me see if I can pull up the NAVX. I think they're an $8 million market cap right now. Okay, they only have an $8 million market cap, so they're very, very small. But what I like about them is that all of the circulating supply, it's already 81% in, right? It's already in circulation, so no more coins can be printed or no more coins can be dumped on people, right? Because there's only a billion. There's only a billion of these, so I think this is a very interesting altcoin here going into this altcoin season. They're pretty much a lending protocol. They are a lending protocol, so you can lend your crypto to them and you can borrow against it, which is a very popular thing right now because, again, these are assets that we can borrow against. Just how we can borrow against our houses, we can borrow against our crypto now, and these protocols like Navi do that for you. This one's built on the SUI ecosystem, so I like this one. I've done my due diligence on it. I think it looks very interesting, and for something that's only an $8 million market cap, I mean, that's tiny. This thing can go to an $800 million market cap, and that's a 100x trade. So it's looking to be the number one lending protocol on the SUI network, and I believe the SUI network is going to do very, very well in the coming years. The next one, so this one actually has a signal. It had a signal last week, so that's where we entered the trade. Boom. Things already up 30% off the signal, and I think that one has a lot of room to go back to the upside. That one looks interesting, NAVX. The next one's going to be Circle. So Circle, I jumped the gun on the green dot on this one. and I paid for it. I think I entered somewhere around 70. It's down $5. We're just looking for the signal. Okay, the last time we got the signal was back here in February. And again, if you guys are not familiar with our trading strategy, what we look to do is we look to buy the green dots when the blue wave is down here below the white line. Okay, we want to sell the red dots up here. Okay, so when we're buying when the blue wave is down here, that just means we've had a very big, very dramatic pullback, right? This thing went from $300 all the way down to $50. That's a humongous pullback. Okay, so we want to buy after pullbacks. We don't want to buy after something goes up. Okay, this was when everyone was asking me, hey, is Circle a good buy? No, it's already taken off, right? We want to buy when the wave's down here. So the wave is down here. I did jump the gun. I'm down a little bit on the position, but I'm looking to average down once I get the green dot here on the weekly for Circle. That's going to be a big crypto name, probably one of the #1 names that's going to benefit outside of Coinbase from the Clarity Act. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing a lot of rumors. And again, they're just rumors, right? That's all they are. But I've been seeing a lot of news. I shared this on Twitter here. Coinbase just confirmed on CNBC that the Clarity Act is about to pass and every major institutional will adopt. So I've been seeing a lot of people saying it's going to happen this week. There was a news article in Discord actually this morning that Russia's pretty much ready to go. They're pretty much ready to pass. Where was that? Let me go back here. Russia to finalize bill tomorrow establishing a legal framework for crypto. So the USA needs to get their stuff in order or all these other countries are going to start passing theirs. So I think we're very close. And I think when that happens, that's what's going to give us the liquidity we need to absolutely fly here. Okay, I think crypto's about to absolutely explode. Here's Plume. Plume actually has a green dot showing up here this week. So we got one back here in April at 0.009, it popped up to 0.016, pulled back. But again, we're getting these signals at the same spot. So again, we're not going down like this anymore. We're stuck in this range, right? We're going sideways, right? What does that mean? We're in a consolidation phase. And guys, trust me, I know how boring crypto has been since February, right? There's been no action at all. There's been a few nice little runners, but nothing major. I really think going into 2027, 2028, we are going to be absolutely ripping, okay, to the upside. And that's just what the chart says. Because right now the chart's telling me we're just doing this, right? Anybody can look at this chart and see that, right? Since we've sold off here on Plume, which is a real world asset play here, very interesting partnerships. Okay, we're just doing this, right? We're not moving anywhere. We're not going down. We're not going up. We're just going up and down and up and down. But you see another signal popping up here on Plume. So this actually looks like a good place to dollar cost average. I think I'm like break even on this trade. But it does have a signal this week. So that actually looks very, very good here. I'm going to add that one onto the green list real quick. TSDD. So this was the Tesla short that I took today. Why am I taking it? Well, because we got a green dot down here on the weekly. Okay, and what is Tesla's chart doing? Tesla's chart's selling off here. So when Tesla sells off and goes down, and that's what I think we're seeing is a rotation out of these bigger assets that have had really nice runs here since 2025. Now you're starting to see the profit taken. Now you're starting to see people take profit and sell. And it looks to me like they're buying crypto because everything in the crypto space right now is green, right? I mean, every name is pretty much green right now. While stocks, look at Tesla's down 3% today. Okay, so how can we benefit from Tesla going down? We can short it using an ETF called TSDD. So I literally just took this trade today. Okay, I literally just took this trade today. So I'm now short Tesla and semiconductors. Okay, and again, I'm just playing the signals, guys. I don't go off of what I think or what I feel. I go off of what the signal says. And if that green dot is popping up, I am looking to go long. So I am short Tesla now using TSDD. What's going on, Angel? Happy you're here, bro. Yeah, I'll take chart requests here at the end of stream. So if you guys just hang around till the end, I'll take those. And again, if we can get this video to 200 likes, I'll do a 200 XRP giveaway before we sign off here. We got quite a ways to go. We got 102 people watching, about 23 likes on the video. Again, if we can get the 200, I'll give away 200 XRP before I sign off. Okay, we have yet to hit 200 on a live stream. And if we can do it, like I said, 200 XRP in it for you. Smash that like. I appreciate you guys tuning in. INJ, I took this one over the weekend, like I told you guys. Again, I call my trades out over here. I entered right there at 1550. I said it's holding on to the $5 level nicely. I see a weekly alert popping tomorrow if the price holds. So that was on Saturday, right? I posted that on Saturday. So the weekly dot did pop up here this week. So I'm going to remain bullish on this position as long as that wick candle right there holds. Because right now, candles are green, right? The bulls are in control. They sold it off from 7 all the way down to 4, but the buyers stepped in right there, and now you can see the price action is going to the upside. That's going to be a continuation play. I bought this one back here in February, right here around 350. Traded it up to 7. I sold it somewhere up here, like at 750 or something. It pulled back to 4. Now I re-entered the trade here off the green dot again. That one also has a monthly alert as well. This chart just looks very bullish and looks like it's very much ready to break out. I really think we're going to get some Clarity Act news here in the next couple of weeks, and things are going to go much, much higher. INJ is looking good here. How it's curling up. Just love that trade. And all-time highs on this was all the way up here at 50. It's sitting down here at $5 right now. That's just insane. Alibaba, we're in the green on. Again, that's still green. We're just waiting for the wave to come back up here now because, again, we want to buy when the wave's down here and sell when the wave's up here. So look where the wave is. The wave is literally still down here. So I'm just holding this one. I think my entry's like 110. It's sitting at 120. I entered right here at 110. It sold off to 90. People were freaking out. And that's just what happens sometimes, right? These aren't day trades, guys. These are swing trades. Okay, so that signal actually came at around 100, and it popped up. I think they had some AI news pop today. Yeah, AI news. They launched Quinn 3.0 Max. So they're also creating AI technology. Sorry, I got the hiccups. But this thing is moving up. So I'm waiting for a red dot on Baba. Still holding that one. Arrow. Another newer project. This one's my Robinhood chain play. So you guys probably know what the Robinhood chain is if you guys are investing in crypto, but this is a very interesting looking protocol. It's not a meme coin. It's a legitimate project. They're also doing the lending stuff like NAVX is. So that's another interesting low cap play. I think they're only like a $15 million market cap. I entered that at around $2.20, I think it was. So I'm down quite a bit, but it's brand new. So I'm buying this like at the beginning. Just when it came out. So I'm still long on that. That looks good. Uniswap, again, continuing to pump. My average on this, I think, is around $3. It's just continuing to push up. I like the fact that we're over the 9 EMA now, that orange line. Again, when we're down below the orange line, that's the 9 EMA. We're stuck in a downtrend, stuck in a downtrend, stuck in a downtrend. Okay? And now this thing's pumping up, and it's holding onto that 9 very smoothly. Again, just waiting for that wave to get back up here and give us a red dot. Still holding Uniswap. I think that's going to be a big winner this cycle, too. Sui's starting to turn the corner. Sui's green right there. We got the signal right there around 74. We also had one back here at 87. Okay, so we like Sui down here. This is also where it bounced back here in 2024. That was 2 years ago. It went from 70 cents all the way up to 5. Okay, really liking Sui at these levels. So NAVX, that altcoin we began with, this one is actually built on this network, and so is Cetus. So normally when Sui goes up, okay, like we think it's going to go up, I mean, this thing's pulled back again. Everyone was talking about Sui up here at $5. Now you don't see anybody talking about it on Twitter down here at 70 cents. That's because we just sat through one of the most brutal bear markets in history. Okay, literally in history. It's never pulled back for that long before. From July to July, it was literally 1 year exactly. Exactly 1 year from the top. Well, the top was actually right here, but we got our last signal right here in September. Boom, $4.50 all the way down to 77. We want to be eating this one up. Okay, dot is green. That one's looking good. I'm actually looking to average down on that one this week. Cetus is another protocol, a lending. No, they're not a lending protocol. They're a liquidity pool for the Sui network, and they're also a very tiny market cap. I think they're sitting at like 20 million as well. So if it goes to 2 billion, that's a 100x trade. I mean, this thing was up here at 50 cents in the last bull run, and it's sitting at less than 2 pennies right now. So both of these projects have real utility. They're legitimate projects. They're just very small and nobody knows about them yet. So Cetus and NAVX are my two favorite plays on Sui. I like every single coin on that ecosystem that I own. Cetus, NAVX. NAVX, I just took the position because I just found out about it. But Sui's looking really good. Sui's looking like it wants to go back up. What do you guys think? Meet Henry says, thanks for the PayPal suggestion. I bought about 100,000 of PYPG and the stock is up 61%. That's a $61,000 bagger, dude. Nice. Happy to help you, brother. That'll pay for your YouTube membership for the next eternity, for the next 300 years. So more than that, probably. Reaction to earnings drop from Trent. So I do not own Netflix, but it's still selling off. So the only thing I'm looking for on Netflix is a green dot to pop up. Okay, they had a good earnings. They kind of missed on revenue, but just need the signal now. Osmosis, this is another low cap play. Again, I have very small positions on some of these. Okay, like Osmosis, like probably like a 1% position. But again, if this thing goes back to $2, it's set at 3 cents. That little 1% position is going to double my portfolio. So this is an Atom ecosystem chain. Again, I'm not doing this to pump chains or pump coins. Like, these are just protocols that I legitimately believe in, that I put my money behind. Yeah, I like it down here at 3 cents if it's going to bottom. ISRG. So I bought this one at around $400. And their earnings happened and it went down. So that happens with earnings sometimes, right? Sometimes these names will drop on their earnings. We can't control the reaction to earnings. So right now, I think I'm down about, 12% since I entered. So it's not quite in average down territory yet, but this is a very big healthcare name. I'm very bullish on healthcare stocks right now. And I'm looking to average down on this one when we get another signal. So again, if you're buying a signal here, if you're buying that signal right there at 400, okay, and it goes down here to 350, we are not panicking down here. Okay, we're just waiting. We're sitting on our hands, waiting for another signal to pop up. Then we're going to buy again, right? If we buy at 400 and buy at 350, well, now our average cost is 375. Now, if it goes back to 600 or 700 or $800, right, we actually got more shares at a lower price. So I actually just dropped a video today, guys, on I believe it was YouTube. I don't know where it is right now, but I just added a new video into the trading course. Let me just pull it up real quick. It's this one right here, called the #1 trading rule that protects your portfolio, the 2.5% rule. I highly recommend going and watching that. Okay, that's probably one of the most important videos now in this course. I've covered it a little bit more. I've covered it a little bit in the trading course, but I really honed in on it on this video. So if you guys want to check that out, it'll literally save you from getting smoked on signals like this. Because again, if I would have invested more than 2.5% of my portfolio right here, that would have hurt. But because it was only 2.5%, it really doesn't hurt my portfolio if it sells off like this. I don't care, right? We're just looking to buy more now at a lower price. So again, I'm bullish on healthcare stocks. I like ISRG. And if we are looking at a cheat sheet here, right? If we look at the mean, the average, okay? So right here, we were buying it at the average, right? So our goal is to buy at the average, at the mean, or below the mean down here. Okay, we want to buy in one of those two places. So we bought it at the mean, now it's down below the mean. So below the mean just means we're on a massive discount, right? Because that's the 40-year average, the average price over 4 years. Okay, we're currently sitting at a 17% discount off of that average. So you're buying it 17% below the mean, right? 17% below means we're down here. Okay, so that means everyone that invested since back here in 2024 is currently down on the position. So that's where I want to be starting a position. And I just started this one a couple weeks ago. Yes, it went down on its earnings. I can't control the earnings. Okay, but what I can do is control my reaction to the earnings. Okay, I'm not panicking down here. I have a plan to buy more lower when the green dot comes. Chainlink's looking very strong here, guys. I'm telling you, crypto is looking very, very bullish at the moment. Okay, once again, that orange line, okay, that tells you where the trend's going, right? This is when price is trending below the orange line. The bears are in control. The bears are in control. Fake breakout right here. I think this was the takeoff phase. So come over here to this. So the takeoff phase is when we break out and then we pull back into a bear trap. Okay, I think we've been right on the money with this, folks. Okay, we break out a little bit and then we pull back down. Okay, and now I think we're reversing. I think the next move is just up and to the right. Like, I just think these coins are going to absolutely explode. Chainlink's going to be one of the biggest winners in crypto once the Clarity Act passes, because their technology is what is needed for all of this stuff that's going into the Clarity Act to work. They're literally the plumbing of the new financial system. So this name has been around for a long time. It's not a meme coin. It's not a fart coin. It's a legitimate technology, the CCIP. Okay, that is their technology that you are investing into. That's literally being integrated into governments and into institutions. So, to me, this is like buying Microsoft in the 90s. Okay, where was Microsoft trading out in the 90s? Okay, you're talking way back here. Okay, 90s was like back here. Okay, at $2. Okay, this thing's sitting at $400 right now. So this is a no-brainer, and you can see it's breaking out over the orange line again. So again, you had a little breakout back here in May. You're getting a breakout here in July. The only thing is, this one isn't very fast. This one's like slow and subtle. Okay, and it has a green dot. We got that back here at like $8. So how I played Chainlink this cycle so far is I bought right here at around 12. Okay, in December, it went down to 8, and I bought more here. Okay, so I bought here. I think my average cost is around $9 to $10 on Chainlink right now. So I'm literally just waiting for the wave to come back up here and give me a red dot. Same thing for Axel. This thing's been hit very hard, but it is hanging on to this 4 cent level very strongly. Looking to average down potentially on that one on the next weekly. Engine, this is an Ethereum play here. I like this one still. Dot's still green, okay? No red dot, nothing to worry about. I like this one as long as it can hold on to 19 cents there. Yeah, welcome, Henry. Been in the market for 10 years. Definitely helps getting an edge on the stock market bottoms and tops. Yes, sir. Yeah, and our goal is not to be exact with this stuff, guys. We just want to get close, right? I can look at Chainlink's chart and I can zoom all the way out and I can show you guys, right? Every time this wave is down here, okay, given a green dot, it's been a good time to buy. Good time to buy. Good time to buy. $5, $30, okay? Down here at 8, up to 30, okay? Good time to buy. Good time. You guys could use these same indicators, right? The indicators are available to you guys over here in the Discord. Okay, you can get those over here under the trading indicator tab. Okay, just click on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and all this stuff loads right into your TradingView account. All the settings, everything is already set up for you. You don't have to do a thing. Okay, you'll get all the EMAs, the red and green dots, everything you need. Okay, you have the same data that I do. Okay, I'm just here to share and present information to you guys. Okay, I could show you since all the way back here since the beginning. Right, if you would have bought Chainlink right there in 2018, you bought it at 20 cents. It went to $50. Imagine buying it at 20 cents and something going to $50. Okay, back here at $5, you had a bunch of signals right down here at $5-6. Okay, it went up to $30. Okay, that was a huge trade. The only thing separating us from being right now in crypto is time. Okay, that's the only thing holding us back from being successful at some of these names. Crypto's not going anywhere. Do you guys see the governments voting and passing legislation to legitimize this asset? Okay, imagine buying a stock when stocks just came out, before they were even legal to buy. Or not, they're legal to buy, there's no framework, there's no regulation, there's no like, hey, this is what it is and this is how it's protected. Okay, that's what's happening right now. The regulation, guys, that's coming from the Clarity Act is going to bring in these guys, right? I'm talking about the banks, the institutions, right? The billionaires, the trillionaires. If I have $1 trillion, I don't want to put it in something that doesn't have any regulatory framework, right? Regulatory framework that's going to protect my capital. With regulation, with these laws in place, they're going to require people like Coinbase and Robinhood and all these exchanges to live by a certain criteria of laws and regulations and rules that's going to protect people's capital. Okay, these guys aren't the small fish like us, right? We're just here managing our small portfolios, but these guys have hundreds of billions to trillions of dollars. Okay, and once the framework comes in, that is going to be insane. Like, it's going to be insane watching how much money is going to flow into this sector over the years. Okay, I mean, I have a graphic that I show you guys a lot. Jesus, I just got an alert on, look at this. I just got an alert on Twitter. Exclusive access to X Money. Earn 6% APY on your balances and 3% cash back on eligible purchases with the X Metal card. X Money. Wonder if that has anything to do with crypto. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. But I want you guys to think about this, right? Regulation is going to bring the big boys. We're not the big boys, right? We're the Spartans, of course. But, right, these guys have billions and billions and trillions of dollars. They're not just going to put it into Dogecoin or some meme coin, right? Look at this. So if you look at the world assets in 2026, this was made in 2026, May of 2026. So, global real estate, there's $435 trillion tied up in real estate. 155 in bonds, 130 in stocks, 105 in M2 money supply. That's just how much money is just sitting on the sidelines right now, okay, in the world. There's just cash, $105 trillion worth of cash, 37 trillion for gold. Look at crypto. This is every single crypto added up. I mean, if you add up Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, it's 2.7 trillion. So, like this post says, buying crypto right now is like buying tech stocks in the 1900s, guys. I mean, imagine if this catches this, right? That's a 50x. Okay, so my analysis with crypto is over time, not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not even this year. Eventually, this number is going to catch up to these numbers, right? That's why I'm investing in crypto. Right now, it's just a little tiny little thing right now. Not even big, right? But over time, do you guys think crypto's going anywhere? I mean, it's the most talked about asset class in the world. I mean, it's been the most brutal bear market of all time this year, since 2025, right? Since we called the top, okay, since we called this back in August and September, it's been a crappy market. Of course, people aren't excited right now. But if you're looking at it from a short-term lens and you're just checking the price every day and you're like, oh my gosh, it's red today. What am I going to do? You're not thinking about this. Okay, when this number goes up, what's that going to do to cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Chainlink and Bitcoin? When this number catches up to gold, okay, it's going to increase the prices. Money flowing in equals higher prices. Money flowing out equals lower prices. Okay, and we can look at these charts, right? Look at the total chart. Money's been flowing out of crypto since back here in October, right? You got the signal right there in August. We were at 4 trillion. So this number right here was at $4 trillion. Okay, that was back in September. Now it's at 2.2 trillion. Okay, so what if crypto caught gold in 10 years? Let's just say 10 years it happened. Okay, these prices are going to be trading 10 times higher, right? Chainlink's going to be at $80. Right? INJ is going to be at $50, right? 10x the market cap. Okay, that's how early we are, guys. And again, people can't really grasp this. They can't understand it. But this, if you can't look at this and understand what I'm talking about, I don't know how to help you. Okay, cryptocurrency is new on the historic. If we're looking at things since the 1900s, crypto's brand new. Where's it going to be in 2030 or 2050? Right? I think it's going to be right here in the middle of the pack somewhere, right? Because this is what the new money's going to be. Okay, people aren't buying gold anymore. I mean, they are. There are people buying gold and silver. I'm not knocking it, but it's just kind of a boomer thing to do. This is the new. This is the now, right? Technology, AI. AI is not going to be sending money with gold, right? They're going to be sending it with crypto. So, just my thought. Dieter says, circle or link, if you can pick only one, which one would you take? Ooh, circle or... I can't pick one. Probably link, dude. I ain't gonna lie. Link is my largest position. I mean, I have a fat bag of Chainlink. Okay, and that's just because I understand what they do. I mean, they are necessary. They are needed in order to run. Like, if you look at the framework for the Clarity Act and the Genius Act, Chainlink is in the documentation. Their CCIP technology is in the documents, right? They are what is going to build out. They're the plumbing. That's how I like to explain it. They're the plumbing of the new financial system. Like, they're needed. So that's why I like them, because they have utility. It's not a fart coin or a meme coin. It's a real technology that I am investing in, right? That's how I look at these cryptocurrencies. They're technologies. It's not a casino, right? Just like how when you buy a stock of Apple, you're not gambling on it. You're buying it and you're holding it, right? And Apple's ripping right now. I don't have any Apple, but I would not touch Apple up here. Axel, I'm just looking for the green dot on that one. Engine still holding. Trump coin, yes, I do own a meme coin. I own one meme coin. It's called Trump coin, and I bought it at $2. Okay, I've traded it a couple times, but this coin pretty much wrecked the last altcoin season. That was the top of the altcoins right there, and it's just sucked all the liquidity right out of the market. But I do have a small position on it, and I'm still holding it, unfortunately. I'm looking for that maybe to come back up here again. I just want to see the wave back up here. Give me a red dot. Adam, so I'm staking this one. These guys are currently sitting at their 2020 low. So this is the COVID 2020 low right here. It was actually down here at $1, but it's at $1.50. This thing went from $1.50 all the way up here to $40. I like this one because I can stake it on Coinbase and earn 20%. So they pay like a dividend, right? Staking income is like dividend income. They pay 20% a year. So right now, as we're down here at the lowest price we've ever been since COVID, one of the worst economic events that has ever happened in history, at least that we know, Okay, they're sitting down there at those prices. So I'll just collect my 20% while it's sitting down here and accumulate as much as possible. And then when this thing comes back up here, I will sell it. So still looking for, still like that one, looking for the green dot on it. I'm down a little bit on it. I think I entered it at $2. So yeah, I'm down like 25%. So this would be the territory where I want to average down. Ethereum still looking very good. Again, 2 signals at the same exact spot. Okay, this signal came here in March, right here at 1900. We got this same one right here at around 1800. So I do believe the bottom is in right here at 1500 for ETH. Okay, just like it bottomed right here in 2025. Okay, if you look at this chart here back in 2025. Okay, this was when everyone was panicking about tariffs, right? Trump was putting tariffs on the world. Everyone thought it was going to crash the economy. Boom, we went on one of the biggest rips we've ever seen in a long time. Now that didn't happen overnight, right? It was a slow grind. From April to August, right, when we got our sell signal, again, our sell signal's up here with the red dot. Okay, that was a 5-month buy and hold. Okay, 5 months. Our typical time frame is 1 to 6 months. You guys know that if you guys have been around. Okay, trading rules, all of our trades are for 1 to 6 months out. Does that mean we might have to hold a little longer? We might have to hold 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 12 months? Yes, but typically the moves we see, okay, are in 1 to 6 months. Okay, that was a 5-month buy and hold. This has been a longer, drawn-out process because we're consolidating, right? I think they're doing everything they can to flush the little guys out. The little guys like you and me, they're doing everything they can to get us out of the market, but they're not going to be able to hold it down much longer because, again, clarity's coming. Okay, prices are just stupidly cheap, right? People with big money, investors, they want to buy at these prices, right? The smart money wants to buy in the stealth phase. Okay, and again, we've just been consolidating. Yes, we broke down below it for a couple weeks, but we bounced right back. Boom, got the green dot right there on Ethereum. I'm very bullish on it. Got a position on that as well. XRP, I bought this one right here at 130. I'm down about 20% on the portfolio, so I could average down on this, but I'm pretty satisfied with my XRP position. I still like it down here at $1. Again, where was everybody talking about XRP, guys? Where was everybody talking about it? Guys, remember? Yeah, back here, 350, right? Everybody wants to buy XRP at $3. Everybody. They were calling their mothers and their fathers and their cousins and their grannies and their papas. And they were saying XRP up here at 3, right? That's all Twitter was. Twitter was just XRP, XRP, XRP. It's going to 10,000 by the end of the year. Okay, that's what everybody was saying. Okay, where are we sitting? We're at $1. Okay, we are at $1. Okay, and I like it a lot here because, again, how we invest is we look at the mean, right? We look at the average over 4 years. That's that blue line on the chart, right? 4-year average. Do we want to buy stuff when it's way up off the average like that? See that separation there? See that separation, that 67% separation there from the mean there? No, thank you. Okay, that means we're trading up here. Okay, delusion is XRP is going to 10,000 by the end of the year. Not happening, Johnny. Okay, that is delusion. Okay, and then we fall off a cliff and now nobody wants it. Now nobody wants to talk about it. That's the psychology of the market, folks. And where are we trading in regards to the mean right now? If we're looking at the 4-year, we're trading below it. So we're down here, right? Because all those people that were buying up here at 350 are telling you to sell now and that lower lows are coming. Right? I think the bottom's in right there at $1. And if it goes lower, what are we going to do? We're just going to keep buying. We're going to buy. As long as this wave is down here, all we should be thinking is buy more, buy more, buy more. Okay? You've had 1, 2, 3 opportunities since December to buy XRP. Okay? 3 of them. Okay? 1, 2, 3. These signals don't come around every day, right? But we're dollar cost averaging, dollar cost averaging, dollar cost averaging. And then when it goes back up here, right? When we go on that big parabolic move to the upside, what are we going to do? We're going to take profits, okay? All we should be thinking, if we're farmers, we're farming, we're putting seeds in the ground down here, right? This is planting season. This is harvesting season. And this has been one of the longest planting seasons in crypto history, okay? I don't think it's ever drug out this long before. Maybe back here in like 2019, okay? When XRP was 20 cents, but still, if you bought here, sold here, you made a ton of money. So I like XRP a lot. Obviously, if altcoins rip, XRP is going to be a beneficiary of that. We got Service Now. That one's got a red dot here on the weekly, but I think that fades away. I'm long on this over $80. Okay, big AI name here. This one has the monthly alert as well. Had a huge sell-off last month. And I think I entered this right at 104 a couple weeks ago. So right off that signal right there, I think at 104. So I'm like break even on this trade right now. I do have a position. Again, I'm not worried about it as long as it holds on to 80 bucks. I think that red dot's going to fade away by the end of the week. Grab. This is one I entered last week. Grab Holdings. So these guys are like the Uber Eats of China, and China stocks are really heating up right now. So let me just show you what this thing is, because I know it has some information. So if you guys can look up any stock or any crypto over here, if you guys are part of the Discord, you can go to the research tool and you type in /info and then hit enter. And then all you got to do is type in the ticker of the stock or crypto you're looking up. So you could see like Grab Holdings, you could see their PE ratio, you could see their market cap. Okay, you can see how many employees they have. You can see they're a transportation company. But if I go to the about, so it is it engages in the provision of millions of people each day to access its driver and merchant partners who order groceries, send packages, hail a ride or taxi, pay online purchases, pay for online purchases, access services. So they're pretty much like a Uber, right? They're the Uber of China, is what they are. So. And their earnings look really good. The reason I took this was because if you look at their revenue, right? Let's just go back here. You can see how their revenue, see this number? See how it increases every quarter? Okay, this is a sign that you got a good company, right? 764, 773, 819, 873, 906, 9. See how their earnings, how much money they're making is going up every quarter? That is a very good sign of a healthy company, right? They're gaining market share. They're making money. Okay, so again, green dot came right there around 350. I think my entry's on at like 370 on this one. So I like Grab Holdings a lot here. Baby, this is kind of another altcoin here. This is Babylon. Again, very new protocol. These guys have to do with they have to do with Bitcoin staking. So they're a very new project. Again, just trading down here at the lows, very tiny project. Just looking for the signal on that one to potentially average down. I think I'm like even on that. DJT is actually surprisingly breaking out here again. I think everyone and their mother has given up on DJT, but when everyone gives up is normally when the big move happens. It has a green monthly alert here. Look at that big month. This thing's up 25% in the month of July. So again, when people start sleeping on companies is when they normally have their biggest move. So you could see how we sold off forever back here in 2024, and then it went from $12 all the way up to 56. That was a 400% move. Okay, this thing's just been dragging. Okay, and they are one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin, by the way. I don't think a lot of people know that, but they're like in the top 10 holders of Bitcoin in regards to institutions. So they have that. They have Trump Social, or Truth Social, which is Trump's media company, right? They're a newer project. There's a lot of hate on this company right now, a lot of hate on Trump and stuff like that. But I'm holding the line with this. I don't think Trump's going to let his company fail. So we'll see what happens here. Still looking for some continuation on that. Again, I'm not going to sell till this wave comes back up here. We got ACN. So I think I entered this one at like 160, 165. So I'm down a little bit. Again, another earnings call that, again, I have no control over what happens on earnings. Okay, I just have a plan. If it goes lower at earnings, what do? We buy more. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're buying more down there. I haven't averaged down on this yet. I would potentially average down. I just haven't. I haven't felt the means to. I'm just kind of waiting for that one to go back up again. I'm not selling that till the wave comes back up there. PayPal, apparently they rejected the offer. Shares jumped after reports that Stripe and Avid are pursuing a $53 billion takeover. I swear I saw something that said they declined it today, but I could be wrong. I got smoked on these options, dude. I got screwed on those so hard. It's not even funny, but I made a lot of money on the stock, so I'm happy about that. But I think this one could keep climbing here. Again, they just have that news that they're going to be bought out at like $60. So I thought I saw something today where it said they declined the offer on Robinhood. So if anyone knows anything about that, let me know. But if they decline the offer, I think this one's still going to keep running. And they got earnings coming up here 28th, which is on Tuesday of next week. So that earnings call will be interesting. Again, huge move. We literally called the bottom down here at 42. If you played the options, it sucks because, again, the price went up. But if your options are over $60 at the current buyout price, that sucks. But if they decline the offer, right, and this thing keeps going up, right, those options will go back into the money. Huey says, I still hear people say 10,000 XRP. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's That would be an insane market cap. I mean, that would literally put that would make XRP worth more than all of this stuff, right? It'd be worth more than global real estate. So again, I think you should run away from those people because they're just saying that to get clicks, right? And it sucks because the people that don't know what they're doing, right? The people that don't understand how markets work and markets operate, they get caught up in that stuff. They're listening to some guy or gal online yell about, oh, this is going to. So of course they see it at $3 and they're like, oh my god, if it's going to 10,000, it's at $3. I'm going to make a ton of money, right? This is why I started this channel, guys. Again, this channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together. Like I'm really not that fond of like going over my portfolio. Like I hope you guys get something out of this, but I like to be here to help you guys, to take your guys' requests, to answer your questions, because I've been doing this for 10 years and I've made a lot of mistakes in 10 years. And I wanted to use those mistakes to help other people, right? There's things that we can do to protect ourselves from, right, being absolutely annihilated. If you were buying XRP up here at $3, you probably don't feel good about crypto right now. You're probably one of those crypto hater bros right now, right? Because you just got involved when everyone was excited. You want to get involved when no one's excited. When I bought XRP down here in 2024 at 40 cents, if you just go back to the video where I said, hey, I'm buying, just look at the comments. Like, I was being called a clown, right? All kinds of names, right? I was being hated on, right? They just completely hated me, right? I was the biggest moron on the internet buying XRP down here, right? According to the herd, the retail, right? But up here, right? This is where everybody's just, yeah, right? We don't want to buy up here. Does that make sense? We just don't want to buy when everyone's excited. We want to buy when no one's excited. And I would say that no one's excited. I mean, there's a few people excited about crypto still. And again, I believe crypto's here to stay. I don't think crypto's going anywhere, folks. I think it is here to absolutely stay. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. Unless the grid goes out, that's the biggest risk, right? That's always been in the back of my head. Hey, if they take out the grid, all my money's gone. But, at that point, it ain't going to matter. Money ain't going to matter. You're going to worry about shelter. You're going to worry about food. You're going to worry about guns, right? You're not going to be worried, oh, what's XRP's price doing today? I don't got any electricity. I wonder what it's doing. No, that's the only risk to crypto. You can't put the giant back in the cave. It's already released, right? The monster's already out there. Okay, it can't go back in. There's too many eyeballs on it. Too many people know about it now, and I still think we're right at the cusp of just a massive move higher. Because again, I think the regulation coming from the Clarity Act is going to bring more of this money, right? People can sell a stock and buy crypto, right? So when this number goes down, and they rotate and they buy, they're like, oh God, I got to buy Chainlink down here at $8 because it's like the future of finance, right? It's the plumbing of crypto. I better sell some of my Apple stock way up here at, all-time highs, right? These are people with brains, right? Sell Apple up here and then rotate into something that's down, right? Like Ethereum or something, or Chainlink, right? Like people are buying MU up here at $1,200. Okay. And I'm saying, hey, that's a bad idea. Okay. And everyone thinks I'm just a crazy person. But again, I've seen this happen over and over and over. Why would you buy up here? I mean, you're buying in bubble territory. You're asking to get smoked. So again, this is just my opinion, guys. It's not financial advice. I just use the charts. I just go off the data. I don't go off of what I think. I don't go off of what I feel. We go off of the charts, okay? And when an asset is trading 70% off the 4-year average, okay, just like XRP was back here, right? We saw that, right? It was like 67% or something, 70%. Oh my God, it's going to the moon. It's never going down. It's the best company ever. It's going to 10,000. Why would MU be any different? Why? It's just going to correct down to here, and then we'll buy it, okay? I wouldn't go to Costco today if they had a sign outside that said, hey, everything's 70% more expensive today, Monday. Come on in, right? We wouldn't be going to the store that day. We'd be waiting for stuff to come back down, okay, if we had to. So, again, that's why I started this channel, guys. I didn't start this. I don't even like it. You guys want to know why I don't reveal my face? Because I don't want to be famous. I don't want people to know who I am. I don't. I have no desire for that, okay? I am here to educate and provide information. That's it, okay? I don't want a trophy. I don't want any of the credit. I give it all to the good Lord Jesus Christ. Bruno Bones in the building. What's up, brother? Marlog's in the house. What's up? Yeah, buddy. What else we got? Where did I stop? I stopped at now. Grab. We talked about Grab. Love that one. ACN, PayPal. Again, this thing looks very strong. If they decline the offer, I think we're going to keep pushing up. They got earnings coming up here too. PayPal's also a very big crypto name as well. That's what a lot of people don't understand is they're a very big cryptocurrency name. So they have their own stablecoin, all that stuff. So they're going to benefit as well from the Clarity Act. AVAV, this is the drone maker. I think I bought this one last week too, right here, and I think I bought it in June. I think I'm down. I think I bought it like 145 or something, or 144. So it's still kind of sitting in the same range. But the reason I went into this was because it's a drone technology. They make drones, like the military drones. And look where it is on the 4-year, right? Look at the mean. Okay, look at the blue line. Okay, when it pulls back into it, that is normally the time to buy. Okay, we want to buy. We don't want to buy up here at $400. Too late. Okay, time to buy was right here in 2025. Time to buy here in 2026, too, in my opinion. Again, I'm just going to wait till the wave comes back up here and gives me a red dot. But with all that Iran stuff going on, right, I think these drone companies, I mean, this is how wars are fought now. They're fought with these drones. They're not fought with military people. They're fought with drones. And these guys are making the drones. AVE, this is another lending protocol. I think I bought this one at like 91, so I'm down like $1 or $2 on it. Still sitting here above the 9, looking for that explosive move here this week to the upside. It's hanging onto the 9 EMA very, very nicely here. I like this one and I'm going to remain bullish there above 80 bucks. Okay, if it breaks 80 bucks, I'll probably be stopped out. But target on that's up here between 200 and 225. And if you guys are new and watching and want to learn more about our strategy, I don't go over the strategy in every video because it's right here in the trading course. Okay, I have a free trading course. You guys can watch this after this video, learn about our strategy, learn about our indicators, how they all work in conjunction with each other. Again, we don't rely on one indicator. Okay, I have a free trading course over here that talks about all the EMAs, the red and green dots, the MACD, right? The Fibonacci zones, how we take profits, how we buy, so on and so forth. If you guys are new, check that trading course out right there. It's under the onboarding tab. The Discord link is pinned in the live chat here, and it's also down in the description. Bruno Bones taking vacations. Good for you, brother. I just got back from a wedding over the weekend. Yeah, it's summertime, man. It's time to kick back, go to the beach, go touch some grass. You know what I'm saying? No use in being glued to these charts. Not with our strategy, man. We're 1 to 6 months out, baby. We just need to wait for the signal. We should be sipping pina coladas on the beach right now. Bruno wants to see power. I'll look that up for you. Here for an old friend. Just kidding, bro. You're still my friend. Haven't seen you in a while, Bruno. Miss you, bro. Power. His thing looks awful. If you know something about it that I don't, I mean, this would be a fundamental play, not really a technical play. It looks like it's trying to bottom right there at around 3.5. 3.5 looks like the bottom there for Power Ledger. If it breaks, I'd sell it. But I normally don't like the charts that look like that, right? That are just going right down into the right, right? We want names like Chainlink. Look at that. Chainlink's up into the right. See that? That means buyers are coming in. Oh my god. I can't get over how freaking bullish Chainlink's chart looks right now, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh wow. Path. This one's just hanging out here. I got a stop loss on this one at like 1090, 1080. It's just hanging out. Dot's still green. So as long as we can break out here above this white line, which is the yearly moving average. So the blue line is the 4-year. The white line is the 1-year. Okay, I want to see that one break out over 13 this week. GoodRx, also still green and pushing up. I'm waiting for a news event or something from these guys. They got earnings on the 5th. Up above 250, it still looks good. 250 is just this low down here. Still holding that one. Morpho, that one's still green as well. That one's also just kind of chopping around here. This is going to be one of the biggest names in crypto, in my opinion. Big lending protocol here. I think they're going to be an extreme beneficiary of this stablecoin act. Robinhood's using them for all their lending stuff. So I really like Morpho here as well at $2. I think I entered that one at like 210. So I think I'm down about 5% on that. Still holding it. Cake, still holding this one, another DEX. Again, dot is green. I think I bought it right here at 140, so I'm even on that. Again, a lot of these cryptos I'm either down on or I'm even on. Okay, a lot of them I'm down on. Why? Because we haven't moved since we started buying, right? Nothing's moved. We're just stuck right now, right? We're stuck in this phase right here. Okay, and the second this starts to happen, everyone's going to rush back in. And we have already placed our placed our bets, right? We already have placed our entries when no one's talking about it in the stealth phase, right? It's when people are bored, right? It's just boring. Nowhere for 4 months. Okay, but the second this happens, rip, this is when everyone wants to buy. Okay, this is where we want to sell. That's where we want to take profits. Let me get through my portfolio. I'll take some chart requests. I got a few more here. Go ahead and drop your requests in the chat right now, and I'll start taking those here once I get through the rest of this. Nike, I bought this one a couple weeks ago. Again, this is a huge brand. They have a monthly alert here. They're down here at the lowest price since 2014. That's a 12-year low. Lowest price in 12 years. So I'm just kind of placing a small entry here. I think what did I do? I played the stop. I think I played the options. I played the options on these. But I'm playing this. Thinking that the bottom's right there at $39-40. I like Nike. Not too fond of how they went woke up here. They went woke and then they went broke, but they've kind of toned it down a little bit. So we'll see if Nike has a recovery here. Again, this is another sector I think that could be rotated into when the tech sell-off really starts. I mean, MU's kind of started to sell off here, but it hasn't really came down hard yet. It's down 25% this month, so that's a pretty big drop. Okay, just wait till it goes down to like 300. People are going to be losing their minds. Okay, the same people that were buying XRP at 3 are going to be, yelling about, oh my gosh, it's a scam. Robinhood, this is getting closer and closer to a territory I want to get back in on this one. And I really like Robinhood. They just launched their Robinhood chain, so there's a lot of hype in it. It does have a red dot here, so we want to see what it does here at around 90. I still have half of my position. I cashed out half of it right there at 120. Okay, right around the time we got the red dot, but we bought this one back here at 70, right? That was a big cash out right there. That was like 60%. So what I like about Robinhood is that it has a green dot here on the monthly. Okay, but I'm a little hesitant to re-enter the position until it could prove to me that it's going to hold on to $90. So again, the red dot, not our favorite trade right here. We loved it back here. It's okay right here. It does have earnings coming up next week, so that's going to be an interesting one. I'm still holding half my position. Okay, let's watch and see what they do on earnings. I'll probably wait till after earnings to buy that one unless their earnings call just goes really good and they just rip to the upside. But they are releasing so many features. I mean, they are an impressive company, dude. They are getting involved in everything. They're going to be one of the backbones, in my opinion, of the financial system. They got a lot of users on their platform. We got STLA. This one's given a green dot this week, so I might look to average down on this. Again, if you look at this one historically, okay, all the way back here since 2016, 10 years ago, okay, this $5 level is normally where this stock bounces, okay, and we're sitting right on it. So I do like this one. They make Jeep and Dodge, pretty big name. I do like this one. It actually has a weekly alert, so I might look to average down on that one today. We got KTA. This is Kita. I am very close to getting stopped out on this one. I think my stop loss is like 11 cents. So it's getting there. If it can't hold on to 11 cents, then I'm going to be out of this one as well. I think I bought this one at around 15 cents. So I'm down pretty good on this one. I honestly don't know a whole lot about their protocol. There was a lot of hype about this one back here at $1.50, but they have just failed to rally, right? They've just been sold off. It just looks like the insiders are just dumping all their coins on people. So if that can't hold 11 cents, I'm probably going to stop out of it and go into Chainlink. So if I get stopped out, I will just rotate into Link. NVO, still sitting up here at 50. They just had a big news event. They're doing buybacks now. They're launching a buyback. Repurchase shares. And the EU just approved their weight loss drug. So I don't know if you guys know about Ozempic, but it's one of the biggest weight loss drugs on the market now. These guys make the drug. So their earnings have been very impressive. They also have earnings coming up here in a couple of weeks. So I'm kind of looking to see if this one's going to hold on to $45. I would like to see this one push up this week again. I'm very bullish on healthcare stocks right now just because they're very beaten up. I mean, look at NVO's chart over the last 2 years. Right, they got partnerships with Costco and all these places, right? They've gone nowhere but down for the last 2 years. So, again, I'm looking for this thing. Look at that MACD crossing over there. I think this one looks very, very good. SMCI, I'm holding a small position on this. I got back in at 30. Why did I buy this at 30? Well, because that's been the support since back here, okay, in 2023. So it looks like it wants to come back down to its $20 support level, which is where we bounced the last 2 times. One right here in 2024, one right here in 2025. So I'll look to buy more of my SMCI position once I get the signal there on the weekly. I jumped the gun on that, and obviously I'm paying for it. It always pays to wait for confirmation, guys. Sometimes I get a little jumpy, and I'll get into stuff a little early, and 8 times out of 10, it normally goes the other way. I did that on INJ on Saturday. That worked out, right, so far, but the SMCI trade obviously did not, but good thing I'm long on the company, right? Their earnings look really good, and we're just waiting for the signal on SMCI. SoFi's red here on the weekly, so we'd be using a stop loss. I'm going to set a stop loss on this one probably around 1450. Okay, again, we have gone nowhere in the last couple weeks. Everybody was talking about SoFi up here. We started buying this at like $15. I'm still up on my position on SoFi. They also have earnings next week too, so there's a lot of earnings coming out over the next couple of weeks. SOXS, this is our semiconductor short. I've gone over multiple times why I'm short semiconductors, right? MU, right? I believe the next move is coming down, right? Same thing with AMD, right? I believe the next move is coming down, right? We're going to correct back into the mean, okay? Just like we always have in the past, okay? We're going to come back down. So I'm looking at that one coming back into like 190 to 230. So again, as all those chip stocks are selling off, SOXS goes up. I think I'm actually back to even on my position here. So I'm just looking for this one to pump still. Again, I'm short chips. I think chips are coming down. P-Sky, man, this thing's still selling off here. They got earnings coming up on the 30th. Looking for the green dot to average down on my P-Sky position. That's Paramount Plus. They own the UFC now. XCN, again, just looking for the signal. Mega ETH. There's no data on the weekly for this one. I'm looking at the daily here. Okay, I want to look at the daily, looking for the daily signal on that one. Got a small position on it as well. Very new protocol, very small market cap, 50 million, I think, and it's on Robinhood. So that one's interesting. HNT is just hanging out down here around 20 cents. I'm pretty good on that. I mean, if that thing recovers, it's not going to matter that I bought it up here at 30 cents. This thing obviously going to the floor, but it does have some utility. It does have real world utility. They have a mobile network. They're partnered with AT&T and T-Mobile. Fundamental, right? We bought somewhere around this green dot right here at like 30 cents. Okay, still holding that one, just looking for this wave to come back up here and give me a red dot to sell it. Aerodrome did break down below 45 cents. I'm still holding this one as well. I'm looking for the green daily on this one. I want to see where that green daily dot pops for Aero. Again, all these other altcoins are looking very good, right? If Ethereum's going to go up, Aerodrome can't keep going down, right? This will eventually follow what ETH does. And I'm looking for the green dot there on the daily for that one to confirm where the bottom could potentially be, or at least to wait to set my stop loss. I think I bought this one around 37 cents, so I'm still up a little bit on it. It did get rejected on that yearly moving average. I don't like that, so we'll see how this one closes the week. Arrow, we already covered Arrow. Did we cover Arrow? Yeah, I thought we covered it. Again, that's my Robinhood play. So my Robinhood chain play, I want to get exposure, a little bit of exposure to Robinhood chain. That's why I bought Arrow. We got TEM selling off here today too. So I will just be looking to buy the next green dot here when it pops. This green dot came back in May at $46. It's sitting at 48. So I'm just being patient on that one, looking to potentially average down once we get the next signal. And then I do have some puts on Intel as well. And again, I'm bearish on Intel, right? We bought Intel back here at $20. Okay, I think I sold somewhere around 30 to 40 here. Okay, and I was okay selling at those levels, right? I was perfectly fine buying at 20 and selling up here. I played the options, so I think I made like 400% on those options last year. And yeah, it did keep going up. Okay, but now it's coming down, so we're short. Okay, short. You got the MACD crossover that looks very, very bearish. I would not touch chip stocks here. Okay, that's why we're long SOXS. All right, that is the portfolio update, guys. I'll go ahead and drop this over here for you. If you guys got chart requests, go ahead and drop them. We will be covering your guys' requests tomorrow. Here's the portfolio update for 7-20. Boom. So you guys can go see all the names that I'm currently holding. You guys can click on this list and it will actually pop up in your trading view. So you guys can look at the charts and stuff like that over there in the Discord. I drop that every Monday. I will also drop this live stream here. Boom. Okay, so you guys can go check out that replay if you joined a little bit late. That's right over there in the Overkill Trades section there in the Discord. If you guys got requests, go ahead and drop them here. I'll take a few here until you guys stop putting them in. We are going live again tomorrow. We're live here every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be answering these chart requests over here inside the Discord. You guys can still get those in here by the end of the day. If you guys are watching the replay right now, I know some of you guys can't make the live streams. That's why we have the live request thread over here. So just drop your chart requests over here, and I'm going to be covering these on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we also take them from the live chat as well. So go ahead and drop your requests over here in the Discord under the live request thread if you guys want those answered in this week's analysis. Tuesday through Thursday are our chart request videos. But I will take some here from the chat right now. If you guys have some, drop them in there. We got Pyth. So Pyth is still green. So we'd still be holding this one. I still think this one looks good. Got a long way to go back up there to the red zone. I'd be a holder of that one. What about your Hubs call that I'm up 20% on? Yeah, Hubs looks awesome. I almost bought this one last week too, dude, but it looks phenomenal. Okay, they do have earnings coming on the 8th, but look at that monthly chart, dude. Boom! Freaking Jeff sniped the bottom there, dude. Jeff sniped the bottom right down there at 180. Yeah, dude, it looks good. So again, just waiting for the wave to come back up here and give a red dot. Dieter says BSX and ACN for the green monthly dot. What are we looking at? BS is this a beer company? This Boston Scientific Corporation? I always thought they were a healthcare company, but I think they are a beer company, and beer sales are obviously getting hammered on. That one does have the weekly. I like the oh, dude, that looks good, man. BSX actually looks really good. Let's look this up real quick. I can't remember what it is. So again, if you guys are in the Discord, you guys have access to this tool. If you type in /info, hit enter, and then type in the ticker, okay, it pulls up all the information about the company. So you can see their PE ratio right there. That's very important. We like to look for 15 to 25 PE, which it's sitting at 18. And they're engaging in the manufacturing and marketing of medical devices. Okay, so they're a medical company. Income, cash flow, operating cash flow, $4 billion. Free cash flow. So they got $3 billion in free cash flow. That's good, right? I think you're wise, but I don't think I'd wait to start a position here. I would probably start a position and then add once you get the monthly, because you got the MACD crossover here and you got green dots on the weekly. And look where we're sitting. That blue line on the monthly chart is the 8-year moving average. Okay, on the monthly, it's the 8-year. On the weekly, it is the 4-year. And on the daily, we don't use it on the daily, only the weekly and the monthly. Okay, but that looks interesting. ACN, you want the monthly too? Yeah, I mean, look at that recovery already. It's recovering very nicely. I think you're wise to wait. But both of those are very beat up, very oversold. And yeah, it's healthcare, yeah. Huey says Amazon and Microsoft. Amazon got the green dot, but just too far off the 4-year for my liking. I wouldn't take a long here. Okay, but if you're playing it, I'd put a stop loss at 240. If 240 breaks, it's probably going the other way. You're just seeing all the big stuff sell off. Like Tesla's coming down hard here. Okay, and Tesla has earnings on Wednesday. So I just shorted Tesla into earnings. That's probably not the wisest thing to do, but if they miss hard, then, I mean, I just don't like the direction of this stock. It's just down, right? We're below the 9. We're below the orange line. Okay, everything just looks bearish. But Amazon doesn't look as bad. Amazon should actually be right there. It does have a green dot, but it does also have earnings on next Thursday. Microsoft, this is one of my favorite big tech companies. Okay, out of all the Mag 7, they call them, that's Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, right? All the big ones, Google. Microsoft's my favorite buy. Why? Because it's sitting at the 4-year average, right? It's sitting down here at the 4-year. Every time since back here in 2011, right? When we hit that blue line, it's a great time to buy. Great time to buy. Great time to buy. I think Microsoft looks really good here. Okay, stop loss would be 350. What else we got? Ondo. Ondo looks good. It's got the green dot. Again, I like this one here above 29 cents. Looks good. Had the signal back here at 26. It popped up to 50 cents. That was a 100% move. Sold up. And now it's kind of curling back to the upside. That looks good. I'd be a buyer of Ondo here still. And I would use a stop loss at like 29 cents. I see one here for Bruno again. ATH. All-time highs. Okay, that one's also green down there. I mean, obviously it looks like a rug pull, but if it recovers, this looks like a really good time. This looks like a newer project too. I think I've heard of this one. But again, green dot right there. We'd be buying it here, Berto. We are buyers at these levels. TOST. Toast is ripping. Looking good. Where are we at? Yeah, it looks good. I mean, that could pull all the way back to 26 and still be bullish. So it looks very strong. If you want to sell some after that move here off the bottom, I mean, it's already up 36% off the bottom. If you want to sell 25% half, you can, or you could wait for the red dot here on the weekly. These guys are pretty stagnant on their earnings. They're not really increasing the amount of money they're making, but they're pretty stagnant. What I don't like about it is that the stochastic's touching the white dotted line. So, that sometimes can be a topping signal. Okay, and sometimes it can obviously keep going, but the dot is still green, so we're still bullish. Looking to buy pullbacks on that one. That's all I see for today, folks. So again, if you guys have those chart requests, if I missed yours, if you couldn't make the live, drop it over here in the live request thread. In the Discord, I will be answering these tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Again, I posted my portfolio and the replay here if you guys joined late. God bless you guys. I hope you have a great rest of the evening. If you guys need me, hit me up over here in the Discord. Peace.